Shabbat Shalom. My name is Chaim Schwartz, and we're going to be dealing today with Parashat Vayeitzei. In a broad sense, I think every time we come to a story, I think on the one hand, we have to understand the story as a whole. What is the message, or what is the experience which is coming out? And on the other hand, there are different words or different phrases which we need to understand. I think the big challenge is, are we able to connect these two issues? Are we able to understand every word and phrase as much as we can and connect it to the big message? What I want to do today is to look at one story in Parashat Vayeitzei and try to understand a specific phrase, which is difficult, and see how it works out and fits in the broader story which is being told here. So where are we standing in terms of Parashat Vayeitzei, in terms of the whole book of Sefer Bereshit? Sefer Bereshit, of course, we have the creation, we have Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and in Parashat Vayeitzei, Yaakov, after stealing the blessing, stealing the brachot, he gets a little messed up with his brother Esav, and now he's fleeing towards his uncle, which is in Haran, and he's running away of Esav, who wants to kill him. So when Yaakov runs away, first we read the story of the dream, where we see the ladder going up and going down, and after that there was a story which I think is very important. It's a little less famous than the dream story. So we're in Perek Kaftet, in chapter 29, and here the Torah says, Vayisa Yaakov raglav, vayelech arza bnei kedem. So Yaakov left, and he is on his way to the land of the eastern people. Okay, now we should remember that Yaakov is on his way to Haran. Okay, so Arza Bnei Kedem is going east. I want to stop on the first three words. It says Vayisa Yaakov raglav. Now if you look at different translations, so let's say the JPS says resuming his journey. But if you know a little Hebrew, you know that Vayisa Yaakov raglav is Vayisa, to lift. Yaakov lifted his legs. And that is a little weird because we know in the Tanakh talks about lifting up your eyes, but that is a little more clear because if you want to look at something which is far, you have to raise your eyes. This is the only place in the Tanakh, and actually if you look around in ancient Near Eastern literature on a whole, not only with us, also with the literature around, where we're talking about lifting up your legs. Right? And if you think about it, it's not so, first of all, it's obvious, right? Whenever you walk, you have to lift up your legs. Second of all, what does it mean? Vayisa Yaakov raglav, he lifted, of course he lifted up his legs. Why do we have to write this? Okay, now, different interpretators, starting with Chazal and Rashi and the rabbis, saying that this is a sign of joy, right? After Yaakov started to flee from his brother Esav, and he left everything, and he's going to a place where he doesn't know where he's going to go to, and suddenly he gets the dream, which is in the chapter before, and God tells him, don't worry, I will be with you, I will help you. So when Yaakov wakes up from that dream, he is happy and he is able to lift his legs up. I think that's true, right? I think that works. But I think if we look through the parasha, there could be another explanation which actually fits with that and will also bring us to the broad understanding of this story. So what does it say? Vayisa Yaakov raglav, vayelech arza bnei kedem. He's going east. Vaya, suddenly he sees, vehine. Vehine is like suddenly. Be'er basadeh. So first of all, he sees there is a well. Vehine, sham shlosha edrei tzon rovtzim alea. Ki min ha'be'erei yashku ha'adarim. And next to the well, there are three flocks of sheep, and they're waiting. Why are they waiting? Ve'ha'even gedola al pi ha'be'er, because there is a very heavy stone covering the well. ונאספו שם החול העדרים, וגללו את האבן מעל פי הבאר, וישקו את הצאן, והשיבו את האבן על פי הבאר למקומה. And only when all the ro'im come, all the shepherds come, then they could lift off the stone and everybody could take water. Basically, this is a technique in order to bring to equality. That means that the first one who will come to the well won't be able to take all the water, and then nothing will be left for the other shepherds. So therefore, there is a big stone, which means that only when everybody could come, it could be lifted off. Now, the story goes on. Vayomer lahem Yaakov, Achai me'ayin atem? Yaakov asks, where are you from? That means that Yaakov doesn't know where he got to, right? We know the end of the story. We know that he got to Haran. We know that he got to his destination. But Yaakov has been traveling his journey, and where is he? And then the Ro'im tell them, listen, we're from Haran. And they says, oh, from Haran. Then suddenly they say, yeah, and we know your relatives. And Yaakov is like, oh my God, I got to where I'm supposed to get to. And this is a big surprise. Okay, now I want to go back to the Vayisa Yaakov Raglav. So let's see. It says Vayisa, Vehine Vayar. Okay, I'm skipping a few. Now, if you look in the Torah and at different stories, this form of Vayisa, Vehine Vayar is a form which is used when God is appearing. When Avraham is sitting in front of his oil after he did the Brit Milah, it says Vayisa Avraham enav Vayar Vehine Shlosha Anashim. It's again the three. In the Sneh, when Moshe is going in the desert, he sees Vayar Vayisa enav Vayar Vehine Sneh. Right? So what I think the Torah is doing here is the Torah is bringing a story where God doesn't appear. Right? The last time God appears in the whole time that Yaakov is in Haran is in the dream story, right? And then Yaakov gets to Haran and there's no God here. I mean, he's going to have to be on his own. And I think the Torah is using this line of this rhetorical kind of speech in order to say that even though you don't see any God in this story, if you read it carefully, and if you see that actually he's pretty lucky that he got to where he got, and if you read the Vayisa, Vayar, Vehine, God is like behind the curtain, and he's running the story over here, even though he is not actually mentioned specifically in the story. Shabbat Shalom.